Life is a casino. We don't sink, we just hit them off with C-notes. And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
What's up, G?
Life is a casino. We don't sink, we just hit them off with
Tell us about ourselves.
And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
With Joey Merlino.
This is Little Snuff from the Skinny Joey Merlino podcast. We would like to thank you for watching. Head on over to Patreon for the full episode. Welcome back to the Skinny with Joey Merlino and Little Snuff. Today we got a special guest. We're at the Podcast Junkie studio in Boca Raton, Florida. Today we're talking to the coach of fitness, the hockey guru, Sarina. What's up? How you doing?
What's happening?
What's up, Sarina?
I'm just ready to rock.
That's right. That's what we're here to do.
She's the hockey guru.
The hockey guru, fitness coach. And if you want, for everybody that's watching our podcast that probably didn't see yet, or even if they did, reintroduce yourself.
For sure. So my name is Sarina Taylor, and I run the company called Eat Fitness. It stands for Educate and Train. Okay. It's an online coaching company. I can help clients online with their nutrition, fitness, all that kind of stuff. And also grew up in Canada, so I love hockey. And yeah, do my own hockey podcast here. It's great.
What's your podcast called again?
The Cats and Bolts podcast.
Cats and Bolts podcast.
It's a good podcast.
Very good podcast. Most viewed hockey podcast in all Florida. Let's not forget that. It's excellent.
No,
I
it's
was
good.
watching on the flight here. You know, I got.
Were you really?
Yes, I was watching.
Thank you.
I was delayed for about 8 hours, so I had to watch multiple podcasts today.
Good.
You think you could help him lose his chin weight?
With some fitness? You
Fitness?
think you can help me out a little bit?
I got you. You have to be willing, though.
I am willing.
Don't take any
Willing.
lazy
I'm
ass.
willing.
He eats like he's going to the fucking electric chair.
That's my. I love food. I mean,
No
that's
shit.
what it is.
We can tell. You got to do something. Your head's getting.
My head's getting too big, Joe?
Yeah, it's wide. It's
All
round.
right. I gotta lose some weight.
I'm telling you, I get a lot of people
a lot of
calling me
people
and
are saying it,
complaining.
yeah.
Yeah, you're getting heavy.
Yeah.
See if you can help him with his
I
weight.
got to go back on the Ozempic.
And you should get it. You should get your hair like hers.
Yeah, but then my
Diet
hair,
sober.
yeah, but then my haircut's gonna get messed up.
I bet
that's
that
the worst
haircut
haircut.
is what, like at least $100 haircut.
You know
right?
he goes to two barbers.
I go to two different barbers.
I never heard of this in my fucking life. The other day I called him last week, and he said to me, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm getting a haircut. I said, call me when you're done. So half hour later he calls, and he's driving. I said, where are you going? He said, I'm going to get a haircut. I said, you just got a fucking haircut. He said, no, that guy cuts my sides. The other
a
person
girl
cuts
cuts
the
the
top.
top.
I never heard of that in my life. Two
Plus,
different
guys
barbers.
don't know how to use scissors, and girls know how to use scissors better. Guys only know how to fade. It's the truth. They
What
fade.
fuck barber you go to?
Listen, that's everybody.
You got
Everybody
a dent,
who knows
you got
that.
a dent in your head in the front.
Well, that's because my calendar, Joe. I got good hair. I got good hair.
You do. You have
I
a
know.
nice fucking salad, as we call it in the
know.
hockey world.
Yeah.
You
No,
got a
he-
good salad.
He's got the fake part.
The fake part, yeah, I do got the fake part, but it's a hair. But I have a good hairline. He's jealous about.
But you know, he's
Jealous.
got good
I'm
hair
fucking
too.
62.
Yes, he does.
I
He
got
does
better
got
hair
good
than you.
hair. He does.
I'm 62. I got better hair
My
than you.
father's 66. He's got a full head of hair too.
And stop calling me old too. Somebody else said that.
Well, Joe, I mean, you're not young no more.
I look better than you.
It's been like 3 minutes and just carve the shit out of
Yeah.
each
This
other.
is what we do.
I love
That's
it.
what makes the
All fucking
podcast so
day.
good. When we do our live shows, people can't believe it. They message it. Were you guys really serious? Was that like they
Yeah.
love it? So, well, we're talking about a little fitness. How did your journey start into fitness?
Ooh, man, I guess I was always an athlete. Growing up, I was always athletic. I had the height to play volleyball. Everybody in Canada grows up playing hockey,
Yeah.
stuff
play
like
hockey?
that. I did, yeah, not anymore.
She's ripped up.
but-
Look at her.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
She'll fuck you up.
She'll check me right in the fucking boards.
So then I just ultimately, I decided fitness was my calling. About maybe 13 years ago, I started out as a personal trainer and then realized, to be honest, it's kind of boring for me to be a trainer. So I got a lot more out of group fitness, and then I started my own online company. And
Nice.
yeah,
It started
God bless
from there.
Yeah,
How
thank you.
How long did you live in Florida for?
I've been here for, it'll be 7 years in September.
Nice.
Better than Canada, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Too cold there.
yeah.
I hate Philly. I can't go back to Philly. It's too cold.
It's there, like, as soon as that, like, fucking snow, that one
What?
little fucking, I'm out.
I know. It's
Like,
the
I
chill.
can't.
I
No
hate it.
way.
It's
I
the,
hate
it's
it.
the chill.
Yeah.
Especially when I have to go back and forth. It's like, oh, it's devastating. It really is devastating.
Well, you kill people apparently in the airport as well. So.
Two deaths so far since I've been to the
Yeah,
airport.
don't fly with him.
Don't fly.
Don't. Today's second time.
Second time
A guy
somebody died
of
in front of me. I mean, listen, condolences to the family because it's scary. Like you're waiting for somebody to
Sure.
go off the plane. Second time it happened to me. It's
I
crazy.
ain't never getting no fucking plane with you.
Yeah, that's why I was delayed again. When in Philly, when I come back, the food in Philly is great. The food out here is really good. We were talking about on the way here. You know, Clearly, you know I love to eat, and this guy loves to eat too. What's your
I'm
favorite
gonna eat like
places
you.
around here?
Man, I love food.
Yeah.
Like everybody, he's like, oh, well, I'm like, you like to talk about sports and food, my two favorite things.
The best.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of places here I really like. More so like I like pizza and I like burgers. Like I'm a kind of a Charm City burger kind of girl.
We had it. We had it last week.
Yeah,
me
they
and
were
you.
good.
We were
They were
watching
good.
the Phillies game.
Yeah,
It was
we had
great.
the burger and the
wings.
It was good.
I love Charm City.
Did you have the fried Oreos yet?
The fried Oreo was
No,
good.
I've had those in Vegas though.
They were unreal.
Charm City's
Yeah.
got them. We had them.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh,
he
great.
ate 3 of them.
See, I don't need to know that because
They're-
I'll like
they're
shove
great.
those in.
That's a good spot. Luff's out here. You ever go to Luff's yet? Luff's
I have
Seafood?
not been there yet.
Loves is good. We gotta take you.
Really?
Real good.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Best shrimp cocktail around. Mateo's. I love Mateo's.
Mateo's is good. Trattoria. New York Prime.
New York Prime. They're all good spots. There's a lot of good food out here. V&S Deli I like for
Yeah,
sandwiches.
V&S.
I live right behind VNS.
Very good sandwiches.
What's the name's good? The Bagel Bar.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jimmy
the-
Bagels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got good
I
stuff.
love VNS though.
Yeah, V&S is good.
They have a good sandwich. Big though, but the sandwiches are very good.
But nice people.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me.
Yes.
You go in there, these people are nice. They ask you how your day is. They remember you. That's a
Right.
big
They
thing
treat
for
you
me.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with Joey and I was in line waiting for a sandwich. I said I couldn't believe what it looked like at 11 a.m. It was packed.
Yeah.
It's packed.
The line just kept going and they. I think they knew everybody's name in line. They were calling names out. What do you want, Joe? What do you want? Like
No,
they
they're
knew
all good
everything.
guys.
Good customer service there for sure. If you're in Boca Raton, check out V&S for sure. That's a good spot. Tonight, before we go to the game, we're probably
God.
going to get something to eat. And tonight's a big game.
Game
For-
2. We're
Game
going tonight.
2.
It's Monday,
Guys.
but this ain't coming on Thursday. But
Yeah, it's a serious game tonight. And I know you're a big. You could tell everybody you're a big
Oilers
Edmonton
fan.
fan.
Big diehard Oilers fan. I've always said this, and I've said it on our podcast, and I've said it my whole life. Game 2 is such a big game
Yes,
because
it
if
is.
you go home and you just tied the series, especially going back to Edmonton, if Florida wins tonight and they go to Edmonton, that's a huge lead.
Right.
You know, even if Edmonton would have won the first game, lost the second, it's still big to go home. Game 2 is a big game.
game.
And baseball's the same, right? Basketball, I guess, whatever. It's all the same. Any of those 7-game series.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7
Game
games.
2 is a big bitch.
yeah, they say 2 in Game 6 or 5 or something is like the key games.
I think I have to agree with that
I
because
like Edmonton. I'm rooting for Florida. I like Edmonton.
I like Edmonton tonight. I picked
You
Edmonton
remember
to win the
Edmonton
series.
when Gretzky played?
Of course.
He beat the Flyers. He buried us.
Of course.
This is Little Snuff from the Skinny Joey Merlino podcast, and today, Crean Heavy Equipment is on sale for you. If you go there, contact them. The link's all over the bio. For any heavy-duty equipment, they have it for you. They ship all over the world. Once you go there, or if you contact them on their website that's going to be listed, tell them this Skinny Joey Merlino and Little Snuff podcast sent you. You're going to save $500 off right off the bat. There's a reason why they've been in business for over 30 years, and they don't sell them for more there. They sell them for less.
Yep.
Grant Fuhr was the goalie. You know,
Yeah.
remember you weren't even
No,
born
I was
yet.
born. I was born in '92.
85.
Yeah,
I was born in 92.
85, yeah. I got buried. I had to hock everything.
Yeah.
Rolexes,
Talking about,
chains, all
everything,
got sold.
everything went.
But you would have seen a couple of Stanley Cups in the
Yeah.
70s.
I see when they beat. I was in the
Yeah.
parade when they beat Boston.
So you would have,
Twice.
yeah.
They beat the Bruins. The Islanders tortured us though.
Really?
When
The
they-
Islanders
had a
tortured
good team,
everybody.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think they won what 3-4 in a row.
4.
4.
This playoffs this year, I thought was great.
No, that's great.
There's a lot of good teams.
A lot of really good teams. Last year, I felt with the NHL, there was a lot of really shitty teams and a lot of really good teams. Now there was kind of more of a mix.
Yeah.
And I said this year at the start that the West was going to be a lot stronger. I think there's stronger teams overall in the West. You know, like the Rangers were hot, cold, and then they just choked.
Yeah, they choked.
You know, and you could kind of see it coming.
They shouldn't have beat Carolina. They got outshot each game, 20
That's
shots.
what I
Power
said.
plays.
What a goalie. The goalie's good.
He is good.
He is
But the
good.
Rangers, what happened with them is, again, hot, cold. They sweep Washington the first round. They're up 3-0 in the second round. They got cocky.
Yeah.
Carolina turned it on.
Yeah.
And if the other team turns it on, the Rangers are fucked.
You get
That's the way
relaxed.
they play. And it was just boom, boom. And even in game 6, Carolina was up 3-0. And Chris Kreider had a hat trick for the Rangers. And I was like, those fuckers got so lucky.
I know.
Because if Carolina would have won that game, they'd have
So,
beat them in
He,
7
I'll
games.
tell you what, Kreider played unbelievable that series. He did.
What's his name? Played horrible. The captain. He hit 11 penalties.
Well, but that's the problem when they were here. So you have guys like Panarin and Zibanejad who didn't do a fucking thing the entire series. Well, no wonder Florida beat them.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't shit the bed in the semifinal of the Stanley Cup.
Well, a lot of players go ghost. They can't take the pressure. They really
It's-
can't take the pressure.
Yeah. Usually the Russians are pretty good. Panarin's a Russian.
Yeah.
They're pretty strong mentally.
Yeah, they are.
But they just,
How do you feel about game one, though? The game one
oh
loss.
God. Well,
Edmonton outplayed them.
Edmonton outplayed
By
the
far they outplayed them.
shit out of them.
Would you say they had 20 shots?
Well, at one point, I think the shots were like 25-8 for Edmonton.
And it was 2-0
but-
already at
2-0
that
losing.
point.
Yeah, but Edmonton, when Edmonton played Dallas in game 6, it was the polar opposite. Edmonton had 2 power play goals and they were being outshot like 35-10.
Wow.
But the shots from Dallas were not quality scoring chances.
Yeah.
Edmonton had, their power play was lethal the other night. And it always is like that. But
Yeah.
Bobrovsky just put up the wall.
Yeah, put
He
it
did.
up.
He's great.
What are you going
guy
to
is
do?
Great. Yeah, you got
That goal the other night we watched in Mateo's.
by McDavid.
Oh, against Dallas?
His
Unbelievable. I don't know how the
stick
fuck he
handling.
shot it. It looked fake.
It did.
I know.
It did look. There, three guys he went around to backhand that in.
He's the best player in the world. He's the best player in tight. He's the best player on a penalty kill. He's the best player on a power play. The guy there's nobody like him. And I'm the biggest Wayne Gretzky fan in the world.
course.
But there's nobody like
No,
McDavid.
this kid, he's an animal.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's an animal. He's the best player in
Smooth. Everything smooth that he does.
He's quick.
His hands are sick.
Yeah.
But we were talking about earlier, though, like you said, this year kind of was a little different for him. Now he has goal
Yeah.
scorers. Now he has different lines. Who do you think the biggest factor in this series is going to be besides McDavid? Let's put him to the side for a second. Who do you think it would be?
Both teams or Edmonton?
Both teams.
Well, that's a tough call because I think that if Draisaitl continues to play well for Edmonton,
That's Joey's guy.
Yeah.
He's good. That's my man.
Here's the thing. I don't want to discredit Alexander Barkov.
Of course.
He has played so well in the playoffs for Florida, but he's not that guy that's going to make or break. He makes all the perfect plays, the passes and everything, but he's not necessarily, I think, as big of a difference maker as Draisaitl can be.
He's good.
Because Draisaitl can play with anybody from the second, third, fourth line. If they move them up and down the lines, Draisaitl can play with everybody. He works like a horse.
Yeah, he does.
There's no one like him out there. He's so strong on his skates. But also, Draisaitl's a German that played junior hockey in Canada. So playing junior hockey in Canada, it's a lot tougher game than playing college hockey.
Right.
It's a more powerful, stronger game.
He's good.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. You could see your passion for
I love-
hockey.
yeah.
No, you could see it.
I love
mean,
it so much.
That's great. I wish, of course, I like Edmonton's in it, Florida, because he lives here, so we got something to root for. But if the Flyers were in it for us, it would be special. Like how you feel with Edmonton right now.
Listen, I get it. And
Flyers are years away.
Yeah, we got a young team.
But I got lucky. Watched the Oilers win 4 Stanley Cups.
That's amazing.
Out of 5 years. Then they won again without Wayne. So they won 5 out of 7. Then in 2006, Edmonton barely squeaked into the playoffs and they made it and they lost in game 7 of the finals. That's like going to put your dog down.
Yeah.
Would you sign up for that shit
No,
again?
because that's
No.
That's the worst day of everybody's life.
It's terrible. And so that was really
This is Little Snuff from the Skinny Joey Merlino podcast, and we would like you to check out A&J Flooring Kitchen and Baths. If you need a new kitchen, if you need a new bathroom, if you need a whole new house, they can handle it all. From countertops, backsplash, flooring, and don't forget one thing, they don't do it for more, they do it for less.
painful. And now I was like, I remember that it was 18 years ago. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, and I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
I have no appetite. I'm
Nerves
stressed
are
the
going.
fuck out.
Yeah.
Everybody's texting everybody all night.
I
Like
know.
it's,
You didn't lose no weight over the Flyers.
No, Joe, I didn't.
oh my God, it's so
You
fucked.
didn't lose no fucking weight
Just
over the
slid
Flyers.
right in.
Stink. You didn't
Maybe
lose no
not the
weight.
If the Phillies don't win the World Series this year, I'm going to lose some weight. I won't eat or sleep.
Well,
yeah, they're the best team in the MLB.
you know what
right
I
now.
watched? They are. You know what I watched during COVID? Because I'm a Blue Jays fan, right? I watched every game of the 1993 World Series. They're
was
all
there.
on YouTube.
Fucking Joe Carter better than
Yeah.
me. The
Yeah.
home run.
1 year old
Mitch
then.
Williams.
But I was looking at the lineup, and if you took that Phillies lineup now, they would fucking destroy everybody.
Of course.
The only reason they lost the Blue Jays is because the Blue Jays were just as good. That series could have gone either way.
And Mitch Williams killed him.
Yeah, he did. He
They broke his windows.
Everything.
poor fucking guy.
He was the most wanted guy in Philly ever.
I know.
Joe Carter hit that home run.
But what the teams those guys had in Major League Baseball then it was
Unbelievable.
doesn't even
We
compare.
interviewed Pete Rose and the things that he told us, like about baseball then and baseball now, and even him, like his stats are incredible. Like a guy like him, which I still think it's the craziest, only missed 9 games in 11 years.
It's
You know how insane
unreal.
that is?
A guy,
Yeah, it's
a guy
crazy.
gets a blister. He's out for 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Somebody like that's unbelievable for the MLB. NHL, they get 180 stitches during the game. They're out there the next shift.
Well,
It's
hockey's
like-
the toughest sport ever. I don't
and
care what
they're
anybody
the
says.
toughest athletes and the best athletes.
They
in
say
my
football,
opinion.
not even
Yeah.
close.
Well, the one thing about hockey players, I guess, as athletes, is you have to be fit. You have to be able to skate down the ice when you have nothing left in your lungs. So circling back to what I do for a living, you run out of oxygen.
Yeah.
And if you have no oxygen, you're screwed. And these guys, you can see when a guy's at the end of his shift. You can tell because they've got nothing in the tank.
They got nothing left.
Yeah.
You could see. I was watching a game one time. If you noticed, there was icing, so they couldn't change the line. And you see the guys holding themselves up on the sticks like they're on
lagging.
yeah,
Yeah,
dying.
fucking
they're
dying.
They're dying.
Yeah.
That's tough. Well, tonight we do want to get your prediction. Tonight, game 2. What do you think's going to happen? Give me a final score prediction because
Oh,
I like to
God.
bet
Might
that
be,
tonight
might be an
too.
overtime piece tonight.
It's literally everyone knows that it's the bane of my existence to give a prediction because you just never know.
You just never know.
But if Edmonton comes out and plays like they did the other night, they'll win.
The first 2 minutes, I thought it was going to be 3-0 Edmonton last game.
Probably should have been.
It really
could
should
have been.
Could have been.
Could have been. But that's the way the hockey cookie crumbles. You know, I'm not the kind of person that looks back and goes, "Oh well, Edmonton should have won this game." Yeah, fuck, we know, but they didn't.
But they didn't.
Could have outshot him 100-8. You got to win.
Got to win.
And every game is a fresh start.
Yeah.
So it depends. You know, Edmonton, this is a big game for them. Like we said about game 2 being so big. If they lose, they're going home to our wild.
Rockin' Stadium.
Yeah.
They were outside and everything over there, right? I seen them on
All the
TV.
time. They're nuts.
Yeah, they were on the news this morning, 7:00 this morning. Edmonton fans.
They're
Ready
insane.
to go. What did you say? They all got Edmonton jerseys on and they're burnt to a crisp
And yeah,
out here.
yeah, blue and orange here, red here.
Yeah.
Just fucking caked right
great.
now. They're not used to the sun, but they come here and they're having a good time. You can come here for a long weekend. You know, I've lived in Southern California and it's cheaper for people to fly to Los Angeles, buy tickets to see the 2 games there and go back to Edmonton than it is to buy tickets in Edmonton.
Really?
Yeah, it's really expensive to go there.
Are they
so-
sold out like every game? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Toronto's sold out
Yeah.
every game. Like
Yeah.
you can't even get season tickets for Toronto.
I was at the Flyers game to try and get in the playoffs this year. There had to be only 15,000 people there. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's just not a hockey town right now. It's just
It used to be.
Yeah, now it's just
I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
It's a little different. You know, you also have to remember that the Oilers run Edmonton. You know, there's a CFL team there, but Philadelphia has football and baseball and
Yeah,
hockey.
basketball, yeah.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of major sports there all in one place. So people only have so much money.
yeah, and everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, you take your wife and 2 kids to the game, you get buried. It's $1,000.
Yeah.
It's insane. It really is.
No, it's nuts.
You get a pretzel, a hot dog, and a beer. If you drink, what's beers now? $16 at a game?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous to me. A bottle of water is like $7. I'm like, for this fucking shitty ass water?
I know.
At the at the Formula One, they were selling water here. Formula One, $60 a bottle.
I saw that.
That's totally
That
insane.
menu people were spending.
the
I'm like,
menu.
the fuck? Like, it was like a lobster
A lobster
sandwich.
roll was $380.
Yeah, like, I was
Florida's I think today didn't it say most expensive place in the,
Yes.
to buy anything in the state? Right now it's Florida.
it's the most expensive
When I
place
was
to
a
live.
kid, when I was a kid, we were Flyers fans. We had no money. This kid, I grew up with Joey Sort. We used to go in a game, and it was tickets then. There was none of this computer shit.
Yeah.
We handed a ticket. They would rip it. They would give you your half, and the other half they put in a bag. We used to go and rob them tickets out of the bag, and then we would go and use the other. And he would make the tickets. He would glue them. He would peel
Together.
it off, and we would get in every game. We'd sit all the way in the top on the steps because we had no seats.
Yeah.
Every game. Me, Philip,
That's great.
Joey Sort. We used to go to every game.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
Bobby Clark.
I love that. That was my mom's favorite.
Yeah, he was number 16. That was
Yeah.
my boy.
I actually
Everybody loves Clark.
said to somebody the other day, I'm like, somebody needs to Bobby Clark the fuck out of Matthew Tkachuk. Because the Oiler fans, we hate him.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
There's a lot of good players on the ice right now, especially in this series, but
Kachuk's good, though. He is a good player. You don't like him?
Can't stand him.
yeah. You
Can't stand him. I'm an Oilers fan. There's
He's
a
a good
lot of
golfer,
bad
too.
blood there.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad blood. You just take it personal. Like it's
Well,
it's
because he
like
played
a
for
personal-
Calgary.
Yeah,
Played for
so it's
Calgary, right.
personal.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest rivalry you were saying earlier.
Yeah. So we call it the Battle of Alberta. It's literally a war. The two cities hate each other. The two teams hate each other. It is an absolute. Years ago, they had this like a fundraiser hockey game between the Calgary Police and Fire and the Edmonton Police and Fire. A fucking brawl broke out
Wow.
because
love
they
that.
hate each other in a fundraising game.
Fundraiser fight.
Maybe it was your time to lose. Lose? I don't lose! I win! I win! That's my job! That's what I do!
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway. Because I win.
I win betting sports. I'm ahead over 50 units betting Major League Baseball this year. Do you want to win with me? Become a member at Master Edge. Use promo code SKINNY and save $100 off your monthly membership.
Broke up.
They hate each other so much.
It means
there.
something.
Like there's the Calgary Tower is in downtown Calgary, and they had lit it up in colors to honor like these kids like autism or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Blue and orange. They put out a fucking poster like FYI. This tower is lit up in blue and orange for these causes that we're supporting. We can leave our neighbors to the south, but will we ever honor them in this way? Nope, never. Like, and I'm like, I get that.
That's
I wouldn't
great.
expect anything else.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
great.
hate each other.
It's a big time
That's
rivalry.
crazy.
Yeah, like a Flames fan would never cheer. Like if Calgary was in the finals, no chance.
You wouldn't even turn the TV on.
No. Hate
Never.
them with a passion.
So now all the Calgary fans are rooting for Florida.
Oh, for sure. Calgary, Vancouver fans. Yeah.
That's great. That's a classic.
Oh, they hate each other.
So come on, give us the prediction. What do you think though this series is going to end up?
I don't know.
Does it go 7? Does it go 6?
Honestly, I think it's too hard to tell because it's going to depend on. I said this against Vancouver in Game 7. This game, the result of this game is going to depend on the Oilers. The Oilers are going to determine who wins this game.
Okay.
Because Vancouver was kind of, and Edmonton was shit, then they were good and whatever. And every game that Edmonton played well, they won. They carried the. And same thing against Dallas. I was like, well, if we play well, we'll beat them, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about Florida. I feel like Edmonton will determine whether or not Edmonton wins. Because if they make one mistake like they did the other night, Florida comes down and fucking scores.
Yeah.
Edmonton, bang, 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 bang. Turn around, they make a defensive mistake, they go score.
Well, the first goal the other night, McDavid knew he messed up. He turned around. He knew
Yeah,
it. He just couldn't get back in time. The first goal of the game, it really set the tone.
That's the thing, and that's what we were talking about, guys getting caught on the ice. McDavid can catch anybody.
Yeah.
But if you're at the end of your shift or anybody's at the end of your shift, and Barkov is going to put the puck on Verhaeghe's stick no matter what. Right. And that's what's going to happen. And you can't stop those.
Yeah.
Both goals were not stoppable goals by the goaltender. Yeah. We don't have as strong of a goaltender, but when he plays well, he plays well.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't imagine the pressure that players in Edmonton would have. I mean, it's you know, like Matthew Tkachuk. Playing in Calgary is a lot different than playing here.
Yeah, the Florida fans are the worst. I swear to God, I still go. There were more Flyers fans. Boston, they played Boston, the Rangers. I go to the game like 5 years ago. There was more the opposing team's fans than Florida fans.
I love that you said that because I get fucking roasted if I say shit like that.
Why? It's the truth.
The Florida fans are just, they think they get.
They're a fake fan base.
Yes.
Well, they got better now. They got a little better. Like it'll be packed tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely
but-
be packed tonight, but
Fuck
it's
Stanley Cup.
But here's the thing: it's like you guys, you wouldn't normally probably go to a regular season game,
No.
right? It's people like you guys are like, let's go to Stanley
course,
Cup.
yeah.
It's more of a destination thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like when the Rangers are here, it's more Rangers fans. Like last year when Toronto was playing and they barred anybody from out of Florida to buy tickets.
yeah.
Dude, the memes that were going around, like it was so funny.
When
It
we
was
went
just
to the
like-
Dolphins game, though, there was more Buffalo fans than Dolphins fans
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Somebody that does podcasts here, I go on a sports betting podcast here, OSB, and one of the guys said it to me perfectly. He goes, as a South Floridian, I can say this. South Floridians are not huge sports fans. We're not dedicated to our team
Yeah.
as much as other places.
Right.
Philly fans, diehards.
diehard.
You guys are
Boston,
freaking diehards.
yeah.
Boston,
New York,
Yankees.
Yankees.
Totally. All those, like I'm not a Yankees fan.
It must be all. I don't know. Everybody moves here. I don't know. Like they're all
Yeah, it's
Transfers,
transplants,
probably
right?
in the witness protection program. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Yeah, they're down
But
here
they're all
hiding
here.
from
You hide it. I
somebody.
don't know. They don't go. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Listen, it's we got somebody, his godson. You want to talk about a diehard fan, like Phillies fan?
I can't watch a game of him.
You would think he's got 50 million on the game, like his life depends. Taking his shirt off,
He jumps
throwing
up
his
and down.
hat.
He plays offense, defense. But I said, Joe,
Totally
I'm gonna throw you the
insane.
fuck out of my house.
Yeah,
All
totally
fucking.
insane.
I got a bet on the game. He's jumping up in the air.
We're
Nah, he's
watching the
nuts.
playoff games, any type of games. Joe, we can't watch with you no more.
I
Totally
think tonight
insane.
though, if Edmonton's power plays on, they win.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
They got to go power play.
the thing is, Florida is the cheap, dirty, stick to the face kind of team. But first game against Edmonton, they didn't play like that. And I think they knew and were probably told, if you do shit like that, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get penalties. And if you get a penalty against this team, we're fucked.
Yeah.
And Kachuk was a lot less aggressive in the first game. It'll probably get more as the series goes on, but
they
you could
forecheck
see
though,
it.
Florida. They got to go forecheck.
Sure, but the other night Edmonton shut them down.
So yeah. Third,
they didn't.
what was the shots on goal for the whole game? Like 34-18, like something crazy like that. If it's like that tonight, I think Edmonton wins.
Yeah.
I would say I want to give you the prediction like that I think. You ready?
He ain't picked a winner.
I
since
ain't picked a winner in a
fucking
long time.
Ronald Reagan was in office.
Wait a second.
I don't want to mush it.
Are you a bad picker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I
likes
mean,
Edmonton.
what
Me
else?
like
did-
that.
But I had Edmonton to win the series.
Oh, fuck.
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
No,
I
you're
did.
done.
He has Florida. He said, but I think tonight's a 4-2 final. Edmonton. I do.
I'm just still hung up on the fact that you probably just jinxed my
I
team.
hope not.
I'm
I
gonna
hope not.
fucking
I'm telling
fly
you.
to
As
Philly.
soon as I
No,
leave
he's
here, I'm
bad.
going to
He's
bet
bad.
it. So
Yeah.
I will lose my money if that doesn't happen tonight. I do like
He's
it.
bad. He can't horrible.
Oh, he's
I'm
very
better
lucky.
than you.
This is Little Snuff from the Skinny Joey Merlino podcast, and what an offer I have for you. GeminiCasino.com. Use the promo code SNUFF. You're going to get 100% deposit match if you're a first-time user. Use that promo code SNUFF to get a 100 deposit match if you're a first-time user. Tell them the Skinny Joey Merlino and Little Snuff podcast sent you, and always gamble responsibly. Yeah, okay. Let's pull up the stats from last year NFL.
Oh my
All right,
god.
we'll do it. We'll do
This
it.
year we're going to keep it track again.
Keep track. I buried you last year.
That's not true. We'll talk about that after. But before we let you go, shout out your channels again. Shout out everything, your Instagram page, your podcast page, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, my Instagram is at coach_Sarina. That's where you can go find the don't be a lazy ass.
Make sure you go on
type
there
of
and follow
shit.
that page.
Is Christian, are you going to pull up that
Yeah,
thing
pull up
on
the
there?
video, Chris.
Yeah, pull up the video.
So this
He was
morning,
sleeping again.
It's always
sleeping. He's
it's
taking a
always
nap.
sleeping. This morning I was on Global National,
Play that, Chris.
which is
Oh, okay, just
it's
picture? Okay.
That's all right.
What was that? The news, right?
Yeah, Global National. So I was out in, the yard there with the nasty ass fucking fence. But they're like, can you move it this way? I'm like, shit, it looks like shit.
Love it.
But yeah, I was on Global National. They were just looking for somebody to talk to that's here. And we, talked about the podcast and whatever. And Christian and Ben liked it and made little comments. So
Love
good
it.
for them.
Right.
But yeah, that was this morning. And, there's not a lot of people to talk to about hockey, which is why I started the Cats and Bolts podcast. People don't get the hockey exposure around here, and the people that do cover it are maybe just limited to the Panthers or whatever.
Right.
So there's a little bit more.
You should get hired,
No, she
like,
should.
from
She
ESPN
knows.
to just cover
Yeah,
hockey.
She knows hockey.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I
Your
mean,
tattoos are nice too. Better
Thank
than yours.
you.
It's not yours are ugly.
Yeah, he never gives me a compliment. You ever
Look
see
at
anything
them.
like
Looks
this?
like I did it.
Well, Joe, this was a bad time in my life. I was 18 years old. I'm sober now, 8 years. I don't even remember.
Whoever-
You're
half of
8
them.
years sober?
8 years
Whoever
sober.
the fuck did them had to be on something.
Love that.
I was. I don't remember half my tattoos.
That's okay. It's okay. It's a story.
Yeah,
Tell a
exactly. It's a
story.
story. I don't think we could get them off though. It cost me too much money.
Get them off.
Yeah.
If I hit a parlay, I'll take
They're gonna
maybe
cut
one
your
arm
arm
off
off.
at a time.
If the Oilers win the Stanley Cup, you
Yeah.
can take those off.
Yeah.
Maybe, but just leave them.
Just leave them.
Just leave
And
'em.
and where could they find your podcast at?
So on YouTube, Spotify, all that kind of shit. Cats N, like the letter N, Bolts.
It's a
We'll
good
put the
podcast.
link over here. Make sure you go on there. Make sure you follow. Make
Yeah.
sure you hit that
She's
subscribe
the
button
best.
for her. Unbelievable. And any hockey questions you have, DM her right on Instagram.
her. She's
She'll
the
be
best.
able to answer them.
No, legit. I was so happy
Absolutely.
when you guys said to come on because I
Yeah.
was like,
We're
I
gonna
can-
do it again too.
Good.
We'll come on yours, whatever you
Look,
want.
maybe
Yeah.
after the Stanley Cup, or we'll figure some out when the.
Yeah, we'll have a party. We'll take you to dinner if they win.
we'll take it to Luff's.
If they win,
If Edmonton wins, we'll
yeah.
take it to Luff's. If they lose, we'll take it to McDonald's.
If they lose, you're going to be running far away from
Yeah,
me.
I'm going to block your number so we leave here just in case.
And he got to do something about his chin if he can.
We'll worry about that after.
Okay,
we
all
should
right.
measure that, seriously.
You want to measure my chin?
Look on the hair.
Yeah, but how would you measure it? Like this way or
Listen, I
this
have a
guess you gotta
picture.
get the tape
I have a
measure.
picture
Okay.
my wife has in the archives during COVID. She bought me a thing that wraps around your head, and you like tie it. It's supposed to make your chin go up. She'll send it to you.
Go
She
up.
won't give it to me. Yeah.
You got more chins than the Chinese telephone book.
It would close your mouth
Yeah.
from
I
food
know.
going in, I guess.
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
my wife will send it to
It
Joey.
didn't
but
work.
I can't have it.
It didn't work during COVID.
No, it didn't.
Jeez.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on. Thank you. We'll
Yeah.
definitely
Appreciate
do
it.
this again.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so
Oh,
much.
absolutely.
I'm going to hang out.
Yeah, hang out.
Yeah,
And
for
good luck
sure.
tonight.
Thank you. Let's go Oilers.
We would like to thank you for watching. Head on over to Patreon for the full episode.